Hello there, Capricorns. Welcome back to Sunshine for the Soul. If you're new here, I'm Cyndi, and I am so appreciative that you guys are here today hanging out with me. All right, so Capricorns, I decided to do a past, present, future for you guys today. We've got Saturn in retrograde right now in Pisces. This is the first time since 1994 that Saturn has been in retrograde in Pisces. So think about it. What was going on in your life, and how have you lived your life since 1994? I mean, I've got to be honest, I think I had some really big 80s hair going on still, with the Aquanet and the blow dryer and frying the bangs up high. God, what were we thinking? Capricorn, I don't know what the universe is going to bring, but today we're asking, what's the buzz for the past, present, and future? Capricorns. So I'm using my Joker deck. I've been using that all month, and I'm getting some really interesting results using that deck. So today I decided to keep going with that, and the first card out for you is the Ten of Swords. Now, the Ten of Swords is about... This is someone having to accept a painful ending, a devastating loss, a deep wound, and because of this, an opportunity to find deep healing. This is the energy of the rug being pulled out from under somebody. The bottom fell out of someone's life, causing them to remain in some type of prison, maybe self-imposed in a belief system. As we look at this card, you can see that the dwarf has fallen, the ground has opened up, and he's fallen back down where all his buddies are. This is the energy of someone having a tower moment. When the tower falls, we are freed. Things in the tower are our fears and our regrets. So he was in the process of, finding freedom, and had the rug pulled out from his progress forward. When we have a tower moment, nothing is the same after this event. The energy we had planned and thought we were, earning their freedom. We were getting somewhere. We could see the light at the end of the tunnel, and we were moving forward. And then, boom, tower happens, and you sit your ass back down and you can't move. This kind of feels like the same energy of the Hanged Man, the male entertainer that was in, my Taurus reading, maybe a couple other ones. If you're just watching for your own zodiac sign, I watch for all zodiac signs, and particularly, you find messages in each of them, but my readings seem to be telling one conglomerate story right now about a divine masculine who was more or less side hustling as an entertainer. He wanted to move and go somewhere. He was looking at the exit sign, but he couldn't quite make a move. He was being very strategic about it. And then this is a couple of readings later, and we've got somebody who was almost at the point where they were finding their freedom, and then the proverbial rug was kind of pulled out from underneath them. So this, whatever this tower was, this caused, a shift in the matrix, a shift in the timeline of this individual. And we don't know if this is a divine masculine or a divine feminine, but this is an energy that went through this in the past. So I clarified the Ten of Swords with the Page of Pentacles. And we know pages are like the child of the deck. This is Capricorn energy. Pentacles are associated with the material aspects of our lives, career, finance, abundance. So pages still have kind of a various amount of abilities and skills they need to learn so they can rise up to a knight. So this page, important role to fulfill, possibly in regards to family obligations. So the rug being pulled out from underneath him, this may be describing what was that. They decided to focus on the future, not live in the now, and based on that way of thinking, because of some family obligations, looked at securing an inheritance or some level of wealth for stability. So we look at this card, and this younger man on the card is kind of being groomed to kind of inherit the family business. And he's going to this restaurant, and he's kind of being treated with the same dignity and respect as his father would, because he's kind of knowing he's coming up and he's going to be in that position. This is long-term, kind of wise energy depicted by this young man. He thought it was best to secure his future and fulfill his obligations to a family. He put his own needs and his own desires possibly in an act of martyrdom. This energy was working toward their freedom when this tower moment caused the bottom to drop out. Now their wants and needs and desires have been put on hold, and they had to accept this painful ending and looked at the situation as more or less a devastating loss. Like, oh shit, I thought I was going here, and now this has happened, and I can't move forward. Let's talk about self-martyrdom for a minute. As a soul, one of the things that I learned during my spiritual awakening is that as a sovereign spiritual being, we are never supposed to martyr ourselves. We are never supposed to think of ourselves as less than, sacrificing our time, our energy for something else. Even if we think it's a valid reason, even if it's family obligations, as a soul, we're never supposed to become imbalanced by giving too much as a self-martyr opposed to giving to ourselves and staying healthy. So we can do it, but it has to be balanced, and we can't just say, well, I guess I give up all my dreams and my hopes because I've got to do this. That is being a self-martyr, and that is one of the things that as a soul we come here to overcome, is that giving of ourselves so much. And if you're an empath or a caregiver, you know that you just give and give and give and give, and it leaves you completely drained, and there's no thought of your own well-being. That is not what the universe wants us to do as a soul. It wants us to know that we're a spiritual sovereign being, and it wants us to be in balance with our giving and taking of something, and not feel guilted into something just because it's a family obligation. What's right for the family is not necessarily right for the individual. This page is here. They're in stuck energy. They're not able to move towards their desires. And the next card out is the Hangman. So we have got our male entertainer back. This is Pisces energy. You know, we talked about he could see the light at the end of the tunnel. He wanted nothing more to obtain his freedom. And here I am talking about that card, and that card comes out again. But because of this tower, because of this choice to focus on an inheritance, possibly wealth, possibly due to family obligations, that this character could not take a step forward that he had hoped he could. And in the Hangman energy, we learn that by fully surrendering and accepting what is, the epiphany of the present brings inner peace. So if we focus solely on the future, or we stay stuck in the past, it leaves us in stuck, stagnant energy, and we don't have any peace. So if this character, sacrificed himself, he did a self-sacrifice, which we know as a soul we're not supposed to do, and he fulfilled obligations, and then he sat in this miserable, stuck energy, the universe isn't going to let him stay there too long. It's saying you can't focus on the things of the past and think that you, for some reason, have to pay this debt. You can't focus on things of the future. You can only focus on now. And if you're imbalanced and you're not happy, then something has to change. You have to surrendering it and accept it what is, and say, okay, I'm not happy, this isn't working for me, and it allows us to live in that now moment. I clarified the Hangman card with the Seven of Pentacles, and again, my other reading, I had the Seven of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles in the reverse. Sevens are a divine number. This is wanting to change what I'm doing, but it's really not going as intended. This energy saw freedom on the horizon, and the tower, represented by a family situation or an obligation, caused this moment of getting their freedom to come to a dead stop. There's no forward movement by this page. He is stuck, or at least he had the belief that he was stuck. So that was in the past, all right? Now we're going to move into the present and see what's happening with this energy. And I've got the Three of Cups. Instead, this character decided to enjoy a little me time, spend some time socializing with friends, thought, well, there's nothing I can do about the situation. I'm stuck. I might as well put my energy towards something else and live my best life as well as I can. May have been hanging out with, your brothers or sisters or, soul tribe, and they have a bond that when one is happy, the other two are happy for their brother. There shouldn't be any jealousy or competition within your soul tribe, all right? If there's anybody that you're close to and they're jealous or they feel in competition, that's a wound that they have to heal, and that could cause some toxic repercussions in your relationship. But this is about a group that stands by each other. When one celebrates and is happy and has abundance, the others celebrate with with them. They're not in competition. Their bonds are richer than blood, for they know that they have all been here before, maybe at different moments in time, maybe a different place or situation, but nonetheless, they all support each other through their own growth and their evolutionary cycles. So in the present, this character is doing him. He's spending time with friends, a close group. He has trust in this group. This group's got his back, and I clarified this with the Six of Pentacles. And guys, this is the other reading. I said I had the Seven of Pentacles and the Six. So now I've got 3 repeat cards from that one reading. This is Taurus Capricorn energy. This is a very positive card of balance. This is equal give and take. This is two-way abundance and giving and receiving. It looks to me like this character, because the situation was what it was, he made lemons out of lemonade. He found the best thing he could do. He moved forward. He spent time with people that he trusted. He took time out to kind of find his balance. Very good character. All right, so he's good. I mean, he may not be exactly where he wanted to be. He may have gotten set back from finding his freedom, but, he made the best of the situation. He did what he could do. And you guys, I wanted to remind you that for anybody that would like a free reading, once a week I choose a subscriber. All you got to do is put a peace sign in the comment section and you'll be entered to win. So let's go into the future here. What do we have for this character? What's going to happen now that he has spent time finding his balance, maybe even having to balance out the family situation or the obligations, and realizing that he's giving too much of himself and he's being a martyr and not allowing himself to have happiness. And I pulled the Knight of Swords. This is exactly the same 3 cards I closed the Pisces reading with. Knights are action takers. They're using their communication and thoughts. This cycle of learning to balance has made this page evolve into a knight. This knight is now got this superhero, determined. He can be impulsive, and he is not afraid to take action nor to take the lead in a situation. He's come out on the other side of something definitely stronger for it. And I clarified the Knight of Swords with the Ten of Cups. So this knight is desiring a Ten of Cups relationship, one where he can truly be himself, one where he can express all his emotions and know that he's in a safe space. I don't think anybody can stop this knight. He seems to have worked very hard. He built up his strength to go after and take action on his desires, even if it meant for a time period him sitting back and kind of having to deal with something that he had to deal with. But that didn't stop him. And the next card in the future is the Ace of Cups. Aces are very powerful. Cups are about emotions. And this is lifting a cup, as in giving a toast. This card, which looks like a signal, seems to be letting people know that the party is about to begin. This card represents someone wanting to express their sincere emotions. He's got a good heart and he has got courage to step forward. This dude is a badass, man. So now that he's found his balance, life is full of vitality, and thus he's thinking this is the right time to start something new. And that's what the Ace of Cups is all about. The ace is in the physical. This is an opportunity to bring something into reality, to manifest or create something. This is a new romantic relationship. This is planting seeds of love and hope. This is the heart awakening and going towards something that you are going to find emotionally fulfilling. And this says it is impossible to live life always in a cool-headed manner with only rational thoughts and judgments. Following our passions and desires, following where our heart leads. Sometimes we just have to bust a move. You get to this stagnant place where you're like, am I really happy? Is this really what I see my life as being? Is this really what I want to create for myself? And following our passions and desires, it means speaking our truth. It means seizing opportunities. It's coming in and saving the day like a determined superhero, following the magic and allowing our deepest desires and passions to manifest. And this knight is taking action. Let's see, I clarified the Ace of Cups with the Temperance card. Temperance is major arcana. It's masculine energy. It's Sagittarius. This knight has been patient and determined. He has never taken his eye off the ball. The target has always been in front of him. He may have had to kind of bob and weave and take some detours and then come back on the main path. But he has always been determined to be successful at this passion and this desire he has. And that's kind of like our lives as souls. We have a plan. We have an ideal timeline of how our life is supposed to go. And then the lessons, the trials, and the challenges, take us off our path. And then depending on whether or not we learn those lessons, we move forward back on and align back with our path. Where if we don't learn the lessons, we kind of stay off until we do. But the universe keeps giving us the lessons until we get it and we pass the test. And then we graduate and then we get the next one. So we're always in a state of learning. We're always in a state of healing. Souls come to earth to go to school. Period. It's their spiritual level up time. And the next card I have out. So this is still in the future. We've got Justice, Libra energy. Lady Justice comes in and balances the scales of karma. The universe says there needs to be balance in a situation. This knight has learned to balance himself within his situations and his home life and his responsibilities. And then they're saying there needs to be balance somewhere else. This knight is being patient and determined as things are balanced and brought into harmony. They are focused and fixated on the task, and this person does not want to make any mistakes. They must be a Virgo. So I clarified the Justice card with, you guys, this is another major arcana. This is tons of major arcana. I've got the Fool, and this is to balance things in a situation. This knight may have to become the Fool. See him? He's ready to step off the cliff. He's ready to be great. He has his bags packed. He's got intention. He's going to manifest something. And he is about to take that giant leap of faith forward. One small step for man, one giant leap for mankind. So this dude is on the move. And the next card I pulled, you guys, is the Chariot. All right, so look at this Chariot card. This is very interesting. This car is beat to high heaven. It's got black smoke coming out the back. It's barely running. It's held together with duct tape. He doesn't look like the driver's held together much more. He looked like, he's been on a binger for 3 days. But he is headed somewhere. He's the Fool. He's in superhero mode. He doesn't care if he's acting the fool. He is headed somewhere in his car. And although it may be falling apart and held together, although he may be tattered and worn out from fighting his battles, blood, sweat, and tears, keeping his eye on the target, trying to get where he wants to go, he does not give a shit what other people think. He's focused on getting where he needs to go, and that's it. This is the only view he has. Where's he going? What adventure does he want to take on? Where's he going to offer this couple love? Where's he going to have this new beginning? Where's he coming in like the superhero and he wants to give emotionally to someone? And he doesn't care if he looks like a fool. And I clarified this Chariot card by the Strength card, number 8. So I've had 6, 7, 8, and 10. This is going in succession. Something is building. The momentum is building. This page has turned knight. Now he's got some fool qualities. He's mustering, He's mustering the strength for the next part of his life journey. Okay? He's getting ready. It's building. The momentum is building. I'm going to do this. I got this. And the next card I pulled is the Temperance, another major arcana. The second time Temperance has come out in this reading. So you guys, when you get reinforcing energy from multiple decks, that is the universe saying, pay attention. There is some truth that's being spoken here. And we know that the Temperance is being patient and determined. This Fool is in a hurry because wherever he's going to have this new beginning, he feels that there may be other suitors. So you guys, this is the first time that we really got that he is going towards another soul, another energy. We knew that he wanted to pour out his love somewhere, but that could have been in a career. That could have been in an endeavor. That could have been on a trip or something he wanted to accomplish. But this is saying that where he's headed, he has got a fire lit underneath his ass because he's worried about other suitors. And look at that card. We've got an older, wealthy man, all flash and money. Here's a diamond ring. Come with me, my beautiful princess. I will lay around on the top of the boat deck and sail the Mediterranean sipping sangritos. That's the wealthy guy. And then you've got the younger guy here, obviously representing this fool knight character, and he's got the traditional flowers. Maybe he doesn't have a whole bunch of wealth. Maybe he doesn't have lavish materialism. He thought that's what he needed. He postponed going forward somewhere because he thought that his obligations to fulfill this family, whatever this family thing was that was going to bring him maybe some inheritance and wealth, or maybe a house if he did this, and that, well, you'll get this. He decided that, heck, I don't care about the money. This is the shift for him. This is the tower moment where he realizes that all I have is my Ace of Cups to offer someone. All I can give is love, and that's the only thing that's important. None of that other stuff matters. So this is finally clarifying that this is a new adventure with a divine feminine or a divine masculine. We don't have energy either way. We do see on the card that it is a feminine though, and she's got 2 suitors. So he's on a move. He's coming in hot and heavy. And I clarified the Temperance card, and you guys, I shit you not, I got the Ace of Cups again. That's the second time for the Ace of Cups. I'm just so repeating energy here. This is kind of blowing my mind. But we see here, as the knight, the fool, he takes this leap of faith to offer his cup of love, what looks like a divine feminine with a little bit of reddish brown hair. He's considered that another suitor may come in. He's driving this beat up car. He doesn't have much to offer materialistically, but he has a giant cup of love. Let's look back at his Ace of Cups, at the Ace of Cups. This is a giant cup of love. This is someone that has huge emotions that they want to express. And the flowers are a warm, heartfelt, that's kind of a Knight of Cups romantic gesture kind of move. Simple yet eloquent. The woman in the card may be confused, as you can see, by receiving 2 different offers in such a short period of time. She doesn't want to delay her decision because she could lose out on a beautiful opportunity. So in the future, this character, is coming in and he's going after what he passionately desires, Capricorn. We've got the past, present, and future energy of this DM. This could very well be a feminine in the energy of their divine masculine. This is not genders. This is talking about energy, so you fit them how they resonate with you. But this is a person in the divine masculine energy. They have a plan, or I should say they had a plan. Plan fell through because of a tower moment regarding family obligations and responsibilities. So they chose to focus on building a future materialistically, and they put love on the back burner. As they hung out in this dead, no forward movement energy, things weren't really going as intended or what they had hoped for. So they did some reevaluating. In the present, they accepted their situation. It is what it is. They used the time to hang out with friends. They had some fun while they learned how to come into better balance in their life. Now they're ready to take action as a knight. They want their 10 of Cups. They're desiring to offer their cup of emotions to possibly a divine feminine that they consider their 10 of Cups. This is the divine feminine that they want to build something with. The scales of justice are being balanced, possibly because of his sacrifice to family obligations, possibly because he realized that he was self-martyring himself for the family obligations. And when he stepped out of that and said, no, I can't do that any longer, the universe would have blessed him, and definitely that would have balanced out the scales so that he then cleared the energy and he had an opportunity to come forward. He could then have the opportunity to follow his passions and the desires. This knight is going somewhere. He's traveling toward a specific destination, and he doesn't care if he's beat up and his car barely runs. He doesn't care if he partied the last day, he had a binger, he's hungover as shit, he looks like crap, but he's going in. He's finding the strength within himself. He's again being very patient and determined to have this new beginning, but then there's a switch where he's like, oh, I gotta move, because he's worried about this divine feminine being scooped up by another suitor. If you love something and you want somebody to be in your life and you think they're your 10 of Cups, don't wait around for something else to come. Why would you do that? Why would you self-sacrifice yourself once again by stalling or dawdling, giving an opportunity for something else to happen? When you want something, you got to go after it. This guy, he wants to be the superhero. He wants to come in. He don't care. He's going to make things happen. And then, this emotional offer may not be one of wealth and materialism, but it's an offer of love, and that is far more meaningful than anything somebody could offer you materialistically. This divine feminine is going to have to make a decision, and she knows not to delay because she does not want to miss out on a beautiful opportunity. This divine feminine does not sit in analysis paralysis. She too goes after what she wants. And I'm just wondering, what's the divine feminine going to do? It looks like the DM is on his way. So you guys, I'm going to continue this in the Scorpio reading. I'm going to pull cards and I'm going to ask, what is going to be the outcome, the key, or the result? We'll look into the feminine side of what she decides. And I thank you so much for being here today and hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed this little tale. Thank you for helping my channel grow by liking, sharing, and subscribing. When you put your energy towards something, that has a very positive effect, and then that love just spreads. And I hope to see you guys over there at the Scorpio reading coming up probably within a few days. We'll see you there. Peace.